This is group 15 for CS4090, and our project is Colosseum. So we're going to do a quick demo of how it works first. So this is the home page. It's running on just a local server. The first thing is I'm going to be the host of a party. So I'm going to create a new party, which gives me a code. I can either copy this link or copy and paste just the code. I'm going to send it to my friends, and then they're technically my teammates, and they should be able to join, and you should see them join in just a second. There's one of them, and the other one. Okay, so now, because I'm the host, I can see the start button. The other people can't see the start button, but so now we should all be redirected to a simple problem. This one's, you know, all, the test cases are all, the example problems are all very simple, just to make sure that they work. So I'm going to go ahead and print something which does what I do should not pass all the test cases. This one, by coincidence, passes some of the test cases. And then I'm going to wait for the other people to submit theirs. You should see, yes, this is the VM manager view. This isn't, we didn't write this. This is an off-the-shelf tool, but this is just to view the progress of the VMs. Somebody's already submitted, and it's running the 4 test cases you can see, but the other VMs are just dormant right now. So, and then whenever I submit my code, yes, you see somebody got a 0. Mine is still being scored, so you should see more VMs pick up here in a minute. Yeah, okay, these ones are back. Yes, I passed some of the test cases, but not all of them, so I only got a 25. And then the final person, the results are still coming in. It might take a little bit. Some work still needs to be done on optimizing the scoring. They passed half the test cases. Okay, so then we should be able to go back to the lobby, and then all of my compatriots are still here, and then I can press start again, and we get a new problem, and we're all in the same lobby with a new problem. So that's a quick demo of how it works. As far as how it works behind the scenes, we're going to take a look at the architecture. So there's a couple of different moving parts here. The main part that we just saw was the web client, of course, but then it connects to a server which is running on a different machine, which has VMs on it, and then a VM manager. So there's multiple layers. So it starts at the web client, which then communicates through HTTP to the web server, which then communicates with the problem database via SQL, and then there's a couple of pipes which communicate with the VM manager. It's called spawning pool for various reasons. And then libvirt is a library which allows communication with multiple VMs. It allows management of VMs. So that's what we use to talk to the actual VMs themselves. As far as design patterns we used, the web clients subscribe to updates from the main server via HTTP polling. HTMX has a built-in polling system, and so we use that. The database design is very simple. It's 2 tables consisting of problem descriptions and test cases, which are linked by problem IDs. So whenever you ask for a problem, it pulls up a random problem ID and then gets the description and the test cases. Our API is through HTTP, primarily GET and POST. It's rather convoluted, and some of these have not been implemented. Set name is still in the works, but the majority of this is all implemented and in use. Primarily it works off of whenever you're getting data, you use get with some query strings and a cookie to identify yourself, And then whenever you're doing things like submitting code and other things where you have to put data on the server, we use post. And then you can see there's a couple of like loops here where they basically, you poll to see what state you're in. So when I was demoing it, because I was the host, whenever I clicked, I would be redirected. But for the other people, they would have to poll, and then they would get redirected whenever they polled. As far as testing goes, we used a mix of acceptance testing and unit testing. The acceptance testing was black box style, and we simply made API calls to the server from a separate program. The unit tests, on the other hand, were implemented through direct inspection of the source code, and this helped us, catch various bugs, as you can see, minor bug fixes, etc., etc. We had a great semester.